In the wake of Naoya Inoue's destruction over Emmanuel Rodriguez, a lot of people are asking, where does the monster deserve to be ranked pound for pound? I don't think there is a clear-cut pound for pound champ at the moment. I'd probably just give it to Lomachenko, as a lot of people do, based on his dominance and some pretty good opponents beaten along the way. But it's not like it was in the late 1990s, when Roy Jones Jr. was spanking everyone at 175, and he'd already had some great victories behind him like Hopkins and Tony. Back then when he was introduced as the pound for pound number one, I think most people were nodding their heads. It's not like that at the moment, it's a little bit hazy. But a direct comparison between Lomachenko and Inoue is fairly instructive because there's quite a lot of similarities. Lomachenko has only had 14 fights, Inoue's only had 18. They've both won world titles in 3 different weights. And they both currently find themselves at a weight in which they're both a little bit undersized, particularly with Lomachenko at lightweight. Now, Inoue's last victory over Emmanuel Rodriguez, who was a young, unbeaten, good IBF world champ, it still might not be getting the full praise it deserves because of the manner in which Inoue took him out. Now, while there is no more dominant way of handling your business in boxing than taking someone out, it can, at the same time, degrade the worth of the opponent. It's like a material we don't fully trust because it broke too easily. It's human nature, and some people are looking at the way Inoue took Rodriguez out, and they can't help but feel that, well, maybe Rodriguez wasn't that good, and in a way that's a bit of a curse for Inoue just because he might be that good. As I say, it is more dominant to just take your man out than to just tie them in knots like Lomachenko does. Even get them to mentally quit. If you just blast them out, you're just conquering them in a ruthless manner. But taking out Rodriguez like that, who wasn't massively proven, or didn't have a particularly long reign, a lot of people are looking at that and going, well, he hasn't fought anyone. Now, before that, Inoue's most celebrated victory might have been against Omar Narvaez, a veteran who was a little bit old at the time, but he took him out in a way in 2 rounds, same round, that nobody had before. With Inoue at the moment, he has beaten some good fighters, but it's more about how he's doing it. Things are hazy at the moment. As I say, I'd just give it to Lomachenko off the likes of beating Linares, Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell Jr. I think there's a bit more depth there. But if Inoue keeps up these blistering performances, if he were to take out Donaire, which I think he probably will, and then if he was to fight Tete, who I do rate, and take him out in another similar kind of vicious fashion, I would have to put him number 1. What do you think, though? Where do you think the monster deserves to rate right now? Or do you think he pips Lomachenko?